Vlog time, people, back on the bank. It's Monday morning. I got here last night. Had a good walk around the lake. Took the temperature, different places around the lake, and it was the same temperature all the way around, 54 Fahrenheit. So basically I've come up here, top end in the right corner. I've never fished this peg before because the wind's blowing up this way all week. So what I've done last night is I've just put two rods out. Put one out on a single Medusa rig that's been dipped in food bait dip, and then the other one's gone out on a bag. One's out at about 40 yards and one's out about 60 yards. But this morning there's loads of fizzing coming up along here, loads of it. So what my plan is, I'm going to get the third rod sorted out because I need to put a new fluorocarbon leader on my third rod. So I'm going to do that, and then in fact there's fizzing up coming again now. Fizzing up all around here they are. There's definitely a rod going down there. I might just put a single over there actually, a single on a chod rig, and see how that goes. Try and keep the disturbance down, and then I'm going to have to bang a marker out that way and have a marker up because I don't really know the peg. So but I know there's supposed to be a lot of snags up this end of thing. I have fished over there before, but and I can't fish too far out because I've been fishing into other people's pegs. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the plan of action anyway. But yeah, it's looking good out there. There's definitely a few more bites in it yet this year, definitely. And with this being a bit of a milder patch, so bite time's nearly been and gone. We'll give it another hour or so and I'll start sorting these rods out. And yeah, still fizzing over there. Let's get the binoculars out in a minute and have an even better look. So yes, people, back on the bank, buzzing. I'm a bit tired this morning though. I've got a bit of a sore throat to be honest, but I'll soon wear off. Right, I'm going to finish my cup of tea and then start getting my send sorted out, people, and get these rods in the places I want them to get and that. So I shall catch you in a bit. Adios, amigos. But just thought to give you a bit of an update. As you can see, I got my rods out. Well, you saw me put 2 rods out, and I have put a bit of spom out. I've just put 10 out, but there's hardly anything in it. It's basically some chops and that in there. Pardon me, some chops, some liquids, a tiny little bit of particle, and a bit of ground bait. And it's a really dark mix. It's just got a few bits in it, you know, chops and stuff, just to try and get them to get their head down on. Them 2 rods out there, fishing them at 32 yards, in line with the tree, the middle tree over there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, and I've put 2 rods on that because to the left, anything towards this way from here, there's snags in the water, loads of them as well. So if I do go fish on out there, I need to steer them away from there because they're going to head to there straight away. I was going to put one closer in this side, but there's bits of tree and that in the water here, so I'm not messing about with that. So I've just found a nice area out there. It's in about 19 foot of water, 18 foot of water. Hardish bottom. You know, everything else a bit round it's a little bit softer, so that's why I've chose that spot. And I've put 2 wafter rigs out there. One's on a Scope X squid wafter with some maggots on top, 15 miller, and then the other one's a 12 mil wafter RG Baits barrel with some maggots on the top, you know, Medusa rig. And then I put bags on them, just little tiny bags, just for a bit of smell, but my second rod, I don't know if you saw, didn't go out where I wanted it to, so I didn't bother putting another bag on. I thought the bag's gone down there anyway, so I don't really want the bags for just like a bit of added attraction really, because I know my rig's what I'm using don't tangle. Never tangles on me, that fluorocarbon rig, the German fluorocarbon rig what I use, never tangles. So that's them two sorted, and like I say, I've put 10 spoms out there. It's not even, they're only the small spommers, Nash Dot spom as well, not the big one. It's only the small, and I've only put 10 out there. It's only like putting 10 feederfuls of bait out. And then I've seen fizzing this morning along here in quite a few places all the way around this bay. So what I've done, rather than going tight into the snags, which I didn't want to do, is all that detritus and everything where the leaves have been falling and that, I've gone further out and found a nice firm spot there out here. And I've just put a chod out there, and then I've catapulted a few chops around it, and that's it. And I shall leave that because that went down perfect. I might even leave that chod rig tomorrow as well. I don't know, I'll see first. And that's got a signature pop up on it, a pink one, pink washed out one. But there's been loads of fizzing there has around the margins, and the birds keep getting spooked as well now and again. But it looks like someone's been fishing over there and put bait in along there over the weekend. So like I say, I've put a few chops around that one, and that's got 10 spoms. Just had a couple of burgers because I was starving hungry, and now I'm going to get cleared up a little bit, get some rigs tied, tidy the bivvy floor up and stuff, and then get ready for getting settled in for the night, because it's going to be dark in about an hour. So I shall catch up with you in a bit, people. Adios amigos. Morning, people. It's about 7:30 in the morning. As you can see, the wind is still hacking in here. Not seeing anything, not heard anything. But last night I had a liner on my left hand rod, so there's definitely something's over the area. But nothing else has happened. It's definitely, the air temperature is definitely colder. No, so apart from that, not really much happening, people. So today I shall sort my rig box out, tie some fresh rigs up, sort all the old rigs out, and I think what I'm going to do, these two rods I'm going to re-chuck. The right hand rod that's on the chod that went down perfect, I'm going to leave it, I think. Just leave it there and then see what happens. I'm tired this morning, I've got to feel knackered. So I'm just going to get back in bed and just watch the water out of the watch the water for a few hours before I start getting up, getting some breakfast and doing some bits and bobs. So I shall catch you in a bit, people. Adios amigos. Vlog time, people. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Fizzing what I was getting down the right hand side has stopped, but you've had a couple of predator anglers spinning down this side, which hadn't helped, I don't think. What I've done is fetched all the rods in. Baits all come in nice, clean, lovely, not stinking of any rotten silt or anything. So the spots that have got are nice clean spots. I put these two back out. I've kept the same baits on because there's nothing wrong with them. I've just dipped them in some food dip, and then the right hand rod, I've just put the chod back out, the washed out pink signature, back in the area that it was before, which is in this area around here. Not too tight in, it's quite a little bit further out. I'm not fishing right up tight to the snags, there's no point. If there's out around that area, if it comes across it, it'll have it. So. And then them two I've put back out there. I've just put a couple of spoms over the top, just 2 spoms, just to freshen it up. So that's about it. Something I was going to show you, I bought some new ESP marker sticks, so I'll just give you a quick look at them. That's them there, the camera's picking them up, very similar to the Corda ones, and they're solid, they're 8mm solid steel, they've got 3 sets of grooves in them, and they've got little green tops on them, so when your red torch catches them they'll light up green, and I absolutely love them. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They come in a really nice little carry case as well, which I shall show you. Just look at the rods a minute. I'll get the case. And there's the case. Hold on 1 second. And there you go, it comes in a nice black case. The ESP logo on it, and the two distance sticks go inside there, and then at the bottom this section opens up and you've got 3 small markers, and they've got the grooves in it as well, and the ESP logo on them, and they've got orange tops on them. Really good, recommend them to anybody, love them. Prefer them to my Avid ones. My Avid ones I didn't like. They just was terrible. For line coming off of them and braid just flinging up off of them and causing problems. So I thought I'd treat myself to those. 30 quid I think it was. £30 or 35, I can't remember now. Around that price anyway. But yeah, really good value. So if anyone's looking for any decent distance sticks, you know, and they're cheaper than the Corda ones. And they're very similar to the Corda ones, so yeah, but the wind is still hacking in here, and I can't believe how warm it is really for this time of year. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just bang on for a bite, so we shall see what happens. I haven't seen any fish bosh out, I haven't heard any fish bosh out. The only thing I saw was that fizzing, so right, I'm going to sign off for now, and then I'm going to chill out for a bit because I feel a bit rough. Got a bit of a bad stomach. Did yesterday and today, I don't know what's up, mate. It took me all day to eat something, but I'm going to try and get an early night, I think. Right, waffling again, so I'll catch you in a bit, people. Adios, amigos. Morning, my lovelies. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. It was really warm last night and the wind's been blowing right in. Conditions are absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Can't believe it. Something's happened. But the 2 rods that I've got out there, they're in too deep water. They're in about 18-foot water, it's too deep. I think what I'm going to do today is either put zigs on over that area, or I'm going to have to come in a lot closer. This rod down here, I'm going to fetch in and change the colour of the chod and put that back out there. If I have no joy with that, then I might switch it to a wafter and put a bag a bit closer to the snags. I don't know, I've got a few things milling about in my head at the minute. I'm just going to wait and see how the morning pans out, and then I'm going to make a few alterations. These two rods here definitely need sorting out. Too deep water, so it's either zigs or I've got to come in closer. So, but that's the state of affairs. But the conditions are just perfect. I mean, I couldn't believe how warm it was last night. It's a bit colder this morning, but it's still warm for this time of year. It's unbelievable. So, right, I'm going to sign off and get some breakfast and that sorted out. So I'll catch you in a bit, people. Adios, amigos. Right, people. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. Them two rods that I've got out there, I've had the marker out again, I just weren't satisfied, but it's that deep out here. I mean, you've got 11 foot right at the end of the rod tips practically. So what I've done is I've put two zigs on. I've already cast one out, and I've got out 3 foot off of the bottom, and I'm going to cast another one out. I'm going to put that 3 foot off of the top, and see what happens there, and keep moving them about all day. Now basically, I thought I'd just give you a quick look at what I use. Don't know if you can see that, but it's the Fox kit, the Fox Zig kit, and you get your clip in it for your lead. And then I've put a lead on, but what I've done is I've took the clip out and put a piece of foam through it, so that when I get a take, the lead will drop off. And that's on a stem, very similar to a marker float, and that hits the zig float. And then in the zig float, I've got tied with an overhand loop into a swivel at the bottom of the zig float. I've got another piece of tubing to push the rig away again with a big loop. And then there's a slot at the bottom of the float. I don't know how well this is picking it up, for you to stick another foam nugget in, and then you put the hook into that, and that'll melt and then float away from the zig float. Plus, the way it's designed, it kicks away from the float anyway, like so. You just can't go wrong with them. Just so easy, and then all you do is cast it out on a tight line, and then you know after a few minutes of that melting that is 3 foot off of the bottom, and then you just alter it as you go along, same as if I drop it in, bring it to the surface, wait for the plop, take it 3 foot under the surface, then I know my zig rig is on the top of the surface, so anything after that I'm taking it down, you know, a foot or 2 foot at a time, counting on your rod, between your rod and your first ring. But that's basically what I'm using. So I've already cast one of them out. I'm going to cast another one out. They're so easy to use. Once you've got used to setting them up, they're well worth using. I mean, I just thought to myself, with this depth of water, I've got no choice. I'm still going to keep one down here in the margin, and I'm going to keep that on a chod for now. If nothing comes of that, then I might mess about with that, but I'm quite happy with the way that is, to be honest with you. I just don't think there's been anything in the margin. So that's the state of affairs, people. If it weren't raining and whatever, I'd show you me building one. So if I get a chance this week and be building one from afresh, then I will do. Otherwise, I'll wait till I come next time and show you then. Right, I'm going to get this little beauty out, people, so I shall catch you in a bit. Adios, amigos. That's that zig out anyway. So I've got one off the bottom now, it's 3 foot off the bottom, and one that's about 4 about 5 foot under, 4 foot under the surface. So we'll see how that goes, and then in a couple of hours I'll alter the depths again and just keep playing about with it. Right people, we'll switch this camera off because it's starting to rain. So adios amigos. Right, update people. Been messing about with these zigs all day. Well, not all day, half a day. And what I've done now is I've put this one back off of the bottom. It's off of the bottom by 3 foot, and the other one's about 4 foot under the surface. And I'm going to leave them at them for a couple more hours again. And I might leave them there for tonight. I don't know, I'll see. And then I'm just going to put a few more chops out down here on this rig I've got down this side. But the weather's changing, it's starting to blow a northeasterly now, but it's only for today. Well people, as you can see, it's gone flat calm across most of the lake. Wind direction's changed slightly, it's blowing in like a north and then northwesterly up till later on today, and then it switches back to a southwesterly tomorrow and Saturday. So I think I'm going to stop put. Even though I haven't seen anything or heard anything, nobody else is doing anything, so I'd sooner stop in the direction of the wind. I'm going to do the same thing today. I'm going to stick with the zigs. I'm going to fish the zigs out today and tomorrow, Saturday morning. I'm going to keep this spot ticking over down the side here, just trickling a few baits in every few hours, and see if that does end up producing anything. It was slicking up a little bit this morning, and one of the coots spooked yesterday. Whether or not it was a fish or it was just me moving about, my head moving in the bivvy, I don't know. I'm just about to do some breakfast. I'm just eating the pan up, and then all that lot there is going to get cooked. A bacon, sausage, egg, mushrooms. Get my stomach full up, and then I'm going to have a tidy up, take the rods out. I'm going to have a drive to the shop, pick up some beers and some more wipes, and then I'm going to have an afternoon of doing some work once I've got my rods sorted out. So I shall sign off for now, people, and get some breakfast down there. So, fill my stomach up. Adios amigos. Right people, as you can see it's just getting dark. I've been working them zigs out there all day, constantly. The right hand rod's gone back out there, that's had a few chops over it. But I had a slight nudge on me zig rig just under the surface when the sun was out, but nothing else since. So rather than keeping both out of zigs all night, I've put one on the bottom and moving one about through the water. But that spot that I found the other day out here, I was in about 18 foot of water. I've put another 10 spoms over it and put a bottom bait on it, and then put the zig to the right of it. But the lake's gone flat calm now. I can't see anything. There's just nothing showing at all. It's don't know where they are. They're somewhere, but so far I can't find them. There's only about 3 of us on the old lake, so something will end up showing sooner or later. Something's going to happen. I don't believe the old lake's shut down yet. No chance. Look at the sky up there, beautiful night, look, amazing. This is what it's all about, people. But yeah, I feel quite confident actually. I've had a good clear up this afternoon. I've messed about, I've put a lot of work in, so we'll just see what happens. And that's all you can do. As long as I know I'm working as hard as I can, that's all that matters. Because then if I don't get one, then at least I've tried. And I've tried 100%. So that's what it's all about. Alright, I'm going to sign off people because I'm going to do a couple of hours work on the laptop and then get myself a beer. So I shall catch you in a bit, people. Adios, amigos. Top of the morning to you people. It's now Friday morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's the first time I've seen any signs of fish. I went flat calm last night. It's been flat calm all night. And now there's fish starting to mill about. It's the first signs I've seen of anything. It is. I've seen quite a few milling about. There's a couple out there now. And I've still got a zig on. These 2 rods here, I've got one on the bottom, one on a zig. I've still got this rod over to the right, in front of the snags. Well, it's not in front of the snags, it's quite way off the snags. It's about 12 foot of water. So it's looking a bit better today. It's the first signs that I've seen of fish. It took all week though. Last day today anyway, so it's forecast rain I think today all day. But it's overcast. Conditions are looking quite good even though it's flat calm. The wind's supposed to change today. We're supposed to get a southwesterly. So come on. Feeling more confident now. I've seen signs of fish. Right, I'm gonna go, people. Vlog time, people. Bit of an update. It's Friday afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock. It's still raining all day. That's why I'm filming this out to the bivvy. But I've got my rods back out. I haven't filmed it because of the weather. Plus they're back out on the same spots. You don't want to see me just casting rods out. It's boring. So, but still nothing's happened since I had that line yesterday on the zig rig. Put a bottom bait back out again, a wafter. And then I've put the zig back out. I've got the zig at the minute about 3 foot off the bottom. And then I'm going to move it every couple of hours as normal. And then my right hand rod is back down on that spot. It's like in between a couple of old white weed beds. Little tiny bits of weed to the right and the left. I'm sort of like inside it and off of it. So, and then just see, that's the kettle boiling. And then just see, turn that off. So, and then we're just going to have to see what happens last night. But I expected it to be tough, but at the minute I seem to have it like a brick wall. I do. Seem to have it like a brick wall. It's just not going the way I want it to at the minute, but I'm trying out different things. I'm getting used to the pegs. So, at the end of the day, I'm getting more experience on here, which is what matters. Some bloke said to me that they were showing out there last night. He saw 4 of them, but I didn't see them. I thought I heard something, but I didn't see them. They're a bit out of my sight type of thing, but so they're definitely up this end, I think, mooching about. There's not many anglers on, I don't think. It's about 4 of us on or something. But anyway, I enjoyed this cup of coffee, and then catch up with you in a bit, people. Oh, just before I go, something that I have purchased is Tufty torch. It's only a cheap one. It was 25 quid. It's army use one. Got it from Germany, I think it came from. Don't know if you can see. Probably ain't picking it up, but that's with the pattern on it. Then you obviously take the top off. Hold on a sec. Bear with me. Let me do this. I should have stood the camera up. And then you take the top off. And can you see? There's your laser, look. You've got to be really careful with these. It's no good shining it across into where somebody else is fishing. You know, or into anybody's eyes, or messing somebody's fishing up with it, or whatever. You know, I use it just lightly in areas where I know there's nobody else, and it does work. I mean, I've used it a few times this trip, and it does work. It just moves them out of the way straight away. They don't want to come back in that area. Not for ages anyway, like a day or something. It doesn't seem to work on the grebes as well. But it works on everything else. But it definitely works better at night time than it does in the day. So it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like it because I like the idea of moving the birds away. I do. But so yeah, it's another little tool what I've got. But like I say, you've got to be really careful with them. Don't go shining them into anybody else's swim or across the lake at anybody. Make sure that where you're using it sensibly. Else otherwise you're just going to upset somebody. It's not worth it. So, like I say, I'm going to get back and have my cup of coffee, people. So, adios amigos. Good morning. Well, say morning, it's afternoon now. Saturday afternoon. I stopped up last night till 2 o'clock in the morning, and I spotted every hour and a half a couple of spombs over my zig. And I did it up till about 2 o'clock in the morning just to see if I could get anything going, but I stopped spotting, and then about 2:45 I had a couple of liners, so I half expected one of them rods to go, but nothing. I had no liners on my right hand rod. I've not seen nothing, I've not heard anything, so basically I've worked my socks off this week. I've tried everything, but I've enjoyed it still, even though I haven't caught anything. At the minute I seem to hit a bit of a brick wall, but just keep persevering and it will come. It will. So I'm going to give it a couple more hours. I'm going to start to have a steady pack down, people. So I'd just like to thank everybody for watching and subscribing, and just like to say tight lines and happy angling, everybody. So adios amigos.